Carl Ogle.
Good evening. My name is Carl Ogle, Silverdale, member KRRC. Little history and a couple of conclusions. A former county prosecutor spent years pursuing a relentless and ongoing vendetta of allegations against KRRC. During that time, several new dwellings and a school were all built within 2 miles or less of our property while this was going on. Then a group of citizens, Kitsap Safe and Quiet, made complaints of excessive noise, bullets flying by, and increased shooting activities. Newspaper accounts would suggest that they're in a war zone. Well, despite all these complaints suggesting this is a dangerous area, building permits were issued. Improved property increases tax revenue. Now I understand, and just repeated a minute ago, that there's plans for additional building in the area, Eldorado's Hills 2. So the solution for this was for the county to adopt a range ordinance addressing concerns of safety. So 300 petitions submitted by Safe and Quiet outweighed 4,000 petitions submitted by KRRC. The tail wagged the dog. For those who wanted the ordinance, I'm sorry, but it may prove to be nothing more than a placebo for real estate buyers who were promised KRRC would go away and are now suffering from a bad case of buyer's remorse. The complaints, well, the level of noise appears to be available. When we get back to shooting, I'm going to check that out myself. There's no forensic evidence of a projectile ever leaving the property. And as a side note on that, the first time I went out there to look the place over, I was extremely impressed. Number one, with the size and height of all the berms around where you shoot into, and beyond those is acres and acres and acres of tall trees. I can't imagine how a bullet gets past all that. Shooting activity did increase. It increased because of the sale agreement between us and the county. It's right in the assignment to convey real estate plus paragraph 4 of the bargain sale deed. It's all signed by the commissioners at that time, and one of them was you, Charlotte Dorado. Yes. Bringing in the public was a good thing because that's what this did. It now brings shooters to the range in a safe, controlled environment. It hasn't kept everybody from shooting in the woods, unfortunately. There's a lot of woods between us, El Dorado 2, and all that area out there. Good example. I understand some wrecked cars that people were using for targets were removed recently from the wooded areas. It wasn't our property. At a recent hearing, a biased judge declared our grandfather status was absurd and fanciful. I would refer him to Title 17, Shooting Facilities Codes, Findings of Fact, except I'm running out of time. Paragraph states, currently the county has 2 outdoor ranges. Both facilities have grandfather status for what was existed in 1992 when they received such status from the chairman of the Board of Commissioners. He was not aware of that?
Thank you, Mr. Ogle.